Yo, what's going on, Kicks Army? Today I'm going to be doing a sneaker drawing of the Nike Air Max Deluxe OG Photo Blue set to release this month on the 10th, as well as talking about Melo officially going to the Rockets. Let's get it! You guys already know that, of course, this stencil is available over on my website, KicksArt.com. This stencil's there, a bunch of stencils are there, and you guys can go ahead and request a stencil that you want to see added to the website through the contact tab. Tomorrow I have school early in the morning, but luckily I do not have work, so I plan on busting out a lot of the requests I gotten over the past few days, which means that the website should ideally have at least 4 more stencils being uploaded tomorrow, but let's just see what happens and we'll see how that kind of goes. So let's get into the shoe a little bit. This is going to release on the 10th, and it's going to be retailing at 180 bucks. It's got a neoprene upper and an Air Max 97 outsole, and overall I think the colorway is actually pretty good. One thing I like about the colorway, because like when we look at the form of the shoe itself, the pattern on the upper kind of strays away from the overall shape of the shoe. It's almost like it's going against the grain of the design, and I think because of that it makes it really unique, at least in my opinion. Now, is it worth 180 bucks? I mean, you guys already know I'm a broke college student, so I'm gonna say no. But then again, if I had a nice collection, if I had a lot of money, then maybe I'd say yes. If this shoe is your style, if it's your thing, then by all means go ahead and cop it. But the only thing I plan on copying anytime soon is a coffee, because I am so tired right now. But with that being said, we have a little bit of basketball news we gotta discuss today. It is official, Melo is on the Houston Rockets. Now, Melo Anthony, I know you watch my videos every day, so listen up. This is gonna be like a one-to-one conversation, except the fact that hundreds of people are gonna watch it, but it's really just one-to-one. Listen to me real quick. I need you to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I don't care what it takes. Just do whatever it takes to help the Houston Rockets win. If that means you have to start, then start. If it means you have to go on the bench, go on the bench. If it means you have to play 48 minutes of defense and absolutely no shots are going to be taken from you, then do that. I don't care. Do whatever it possibly takes. Because let me frame this for you, Melo. The Houston Rockets almost beat the Warriors last season. You know, the Warriors, which over the past 2 or 3 years, they've been talked about to be arguably one of the greatest dynasties because of the way their team is set up, with their all-star level shooting, with their backcourt, all that other good stuff. And I said this many times before, everybody knows this, if Chris Paul would have played game 6 and 7, or if the Houston Rockets would have just made a few threes in game 7, they would have beaten the Warriors, which is phenomenal. Now, I know Houston lost a few pieces, but they added you. I'm not sure how much it's going to add, but I mean, you're a pretty good player, I would imagine, so hopefully you can add a lot. And listen, Melo, I know it's tough, man. Trust me, I know. Harden is a really good player, Chris Paul is a really good player, so you're kind of like automatically by default, no doubts denied, you are the third wheel to this relationship. But as a third wheel, you have to do whatever it takes to make sure you're pulling your weight, whatever that weight is. I'm not saying that the Rockets absolutely have to beat the Warriors or that they will. All I'm saying is that if the Rockets don't beat the Warriors and it's because of you, I'm gonna be so upset. Melo, just play good and I'll be good. That's all you gotta do, is just play good. I know you can do it. Somewhere behind that lack of consistency and stubbornness is a really good player, somewhere deep inside. I haven't seen him for a while, but usually he pops up around the offseason, especially when he wears a hoodie. So if you can just kind of unlock that Melo and kind of go Super Saiyan, especially during the playoffs, we'll be good. And to make the situation better, besides the fact that you're going to go on a team that was the #1 seed in the West last season, you're going on a team with one of your quote-unquote best friends, Chris Paul. I'm not sure how many people here that watch these videos have a job, but when you work with your best friend, hell, even if you go to class with one of your best friends, it's pretty fun. Now, I understand being a basketball player is a lot more stressful than, like, let's say working in like retail or fast food, but it still should be fun, especially if you guys are winning, which you should do a lot of. I would imagine over 60 games. That's not too hard to ask. You kind of been doing that the past few seasons, so I mean, I think it's definitely within the realm of possibility. At least I would hope so. Guys, let me know down in the comment section below, how many wins do you project the Houston Rockets getting? I think they're gonna get 60-ish wins. They might get 59, but I mean, that's pretty close, so we'll work with that. But I think they'll still be around the realm of 60 wins. That being said, I am not sure if 60 wins is going to be enough to get the #1 seed, because honestly, the way the Warriors are set up, I think they should just go all out this year and try to break the previous record that they set. Because so far, this entire offseason has been about pretty much every other team besides the Warriors. The only time we talked about any of the Warriors players is when Kevin Durant went on CJ McCollum's podcast, and then afterward there was some Twitter beef. and then when Draymond Green got punched in the face by Tristan Thompson. And these guys are back-to-back champs, and like that's what we're talking about. That's not really a good look. So I imagine there's like a little bit of a fire building up in their bellies and they kind of want to take it out in the league. At least that's what I kind of hope they would do if they're like really that competitive, but they might play it the safe way and just kind of cruise through the season and then take it out on whoever they're going to face in the playoffs. And you know you're an all-time great team when you kind of have that leverage and the fans can already see that before the season even starts. If you remember all last season, their whole dynamic was like the first half of the game they would play and then they were that third quarter Warriors team where they would just dominate, and that's where they got a lot of their momentum, that's where they got a lot of their wins. It's because they're able to just flip that switch whenever they want to, and that's pretty scary too. These all-time great teams, these elite teams, they have a switch where they can just flip it whenever they want and it's on. I used to watch a lot of Open Court. I'll still do that sometimes. That's basically a show on TNT where they take a lot of veterans and they kind of talk about different topics, and one thing they talk about too is like sometimes these all-time great teams purposely make it so that way towards the end of the game it feels like it's close, and then at the very end of the game they'll put their foot on the gas and then they'll just blow through the opponents, making it so that way it wasn't even that close. Which is pretty crazy when you think about it. They're basically saying, alright, we're gonna make it seem like the other team has a chance, but then when it comes down to it, we're gonna go ahead and get the W. I guess that's what defines greatness. You know, if you're an all-time great team, I imagine that's something that you can do, so kudos to you. One more thing before I forget. I remember last season on Get Up, Adam Silver was on the show talking about how they may consider doing a reseeding at the conference finals. And the idea is that way it would guarantee that the two best teams in the league would meet each other in the finals, which would have been absolutely great to happen last year because then it would have been Rockets and Warriors. But if that happens this following season, there's no guarantee that's going to be the same. I don't know, the Celtics are looking really good. By default, I think Toronto is looking really good. Philly's there. I don't know if they're going to be really good, but they have that potential, which is scary. The Lakers are the Lakers. They have LeBron James, so you never know with them. So if they go ahead and they incorporate that conference finals reseeding, ooh, that could make the finals so interesting. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and bounce past that bell to get post notifications. Don't forget to check out KicksArt.com for all your sneaker stencil needs, and go ahead and check out a bunch of the other awesome videos on the channel. Be good, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeet!